Can you tell me the Chiefs' problem, the thing that Harrison Butker just did during a commencement speech where he took out an assortment of groups? We didn't even get to the anti-Semitism yesterday when we were starting to read some of the comments. There's a petition now of more than 30,000 signatures for the Chiefs to release him. Of course, he's going to become a hero to members of certain members of the far right. What is the problem the Chiefs have, and what's going to happen going forward here?
Well, the biggest problem is the Chiefs are playing on every day of the week this year except Tuesday. The biggest problem is they're trying to go for a three-peat, and they have a distraction that they just don't want to deal with. And the NFL came out with a statement putting itself with separation away from this place kicker. And I had to wait to see on Nothing Personal, and I got crushed for it online. But I don't think he kicks again for the Chiefs, no matter how good he is. And I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to his opinion. He doesn't have the right to tell me what my opinion should be. And then if my opinion is different, that my opinion's wrong. And that was the tone of the speech. Of course, he was preaching to the choir at the school where he gave the commencement.
He does have that right. He does have that right that you're saying he does not have to tell you your opinion is wrong.
So let's talk about free speech. I love that you want to do this. Free speech is the ability to say anything that is within the bounds of the Constitution, that basically says that if you don't like what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. However, I have the right to choose whether I engage with you, whether I give you the platform to do it. You can be yelling into the wind. That's still free speech. The Chiefs have every right to release him for what he said, and they don't need to hide behind free speech. They don't need to hide behind anything other than, I don't want you representing me. And that is totally legal.
Well,
and that's what I think is going to happen.
Understood that they have that right. And Colin Kaepernick's not playing because the NFL did that to him. But I don't hear anyone saying what you're saying, that Butker just lost his job. I don't hear anyone saying that.
And the reason I'm saying it is when you run a team and you see what this is doing, I had the view that Kelsey and Swift were going to have a problem, and that the Chiefs would certainly choose Kelsey and Swift.
But wait. Mahomes was on with McAfee and did say that I never speak to Harrison Butker. He sits next to me in meetings, and I will not speak to that person. But I thought that was about. Quarterback doesn't respect the kicker. I didn't think it was about his politics.
I didn't hear him say that, so I don't know exactly what you're referring to as to why he doesn't speak to him. But it's very common within a clubhouse that you've got players who can go a whole season and they say nothing to each other off the court.
No, but wait. This was a couple of years ago, and I don't know the context. I just saw a short clip. Mahomes said that Butker sits next to him in the meetings and he doesn't say anything to him all season.
Because of his views, or because
I don't know.
He doesn't like it?
No, that wasn't.
What are we talking about?
But that wasn't clear in the interview. But what you're just mentioning that the Chiefs can run him off if the players have a problem with what it is that he just did. But I'm assuming they already know who this person is.
Oh, so you think the reason Mahomes doesn't talk to him is because of his views,
and that
he's good at kicking.
And that he's a kicker. I don't need your opinion on anything. I don't care if I agree with all your opinions. I don't need your opinions on anything. You don't actually play football. You kick the ball with your foot.
And it hasn't mattered until now, when he became a viral sensation for certain people and his views were put out there. And again, I want to be clear. Just because I disagree with what he said doesn't mean he doesn't have the right to say it. My point is that the way in which he did it and the form in which he chose, totally his choice and his right to do it. But that puts his job in jeopardy because he's on a team where the biggest star of the team is the most accomplished woman in theory and maybe in practice. The single most accomplished woman in the world is a part of the Chiefs, and way more a part of the Chiefs than he is.
All right, Samson, let me put you in this room because you're saying things that I don't believe are going to happen. I don't believe there are going to be any consequences to this for him, even though his value is only as a kicker, and those are largely disposable, but he's a good one and a champion. And if he somehow gets waived, then he becomes a fighter for a cause of some sort, somebody who's too hot for the NFL. You're the guy running the Chiefs
Harrison
right now.
Freedom.
You're the guy running the Chiefs right now. This is your problem. What are you doing? You're the owner and president of the Chiefs.
I'm making sure that Kelsey and Mahomes are okay, and I'm hoping not to have to release him because he's good. If he were bad, I would have released him immediately.
Okay, but that's not any kind of stand at all.
This is a team that also signed Matt Araiza.
Wait, you asked me what I would do if I were running the team.
That's right. You're saying they're going to be. You're saying you think he's played his last down for the Chiefs, and that can only be so if they waive him.
Because I think the way this ends is that it has legs, and I don't think the story goes away. And I don't mean a petition with 30,000 signatures. I think it creates a problem inside that locker room more than silence, which is really not a problem in a locker room. And I think the Chiefs will have no choice. They're hoping that the next story happens and that this gets under the table. But my view is some stories become an avalanche. Right now, it's a pebble, but once it becomes an avalanche, there's no turning back from it. And I think this story becomes that.